Hello and happy Friday! Join us as we bring you the latest on the markets today, brought to you by FX. Here are today's financial headlines.
Microsoft stock surged nearly 8% to $430.11 on Thursday, driven by a strong earnings report that exceeded expectations. The UK stock market index traded at around £8,500 on Friday, following a 13-day winning streak that sent the index to its highest level in 4 weeks. U.S. gasoline futures fell to around $2.05 per gallon, the lowest in 3 weeks, pressured by sharp declines in crude oil prices amid concerns over rising supply and weakening demand. The Australian dollar climbed above 64 cents on Friday, rebounding from the previous session's losses as growing optimism over U.S.-China trade negotiations lifted global sentiment. Bitcoin traded above $97,000 due to institutional accumulation, with ETFs and long-term holders shifting Bitcoin into cold storage, reducing the liquid supply and creating a synthetic halving effect. Now let's review the major economic events of the day. At 9 a.m., the euro area to release the annual inflation rate for April, following 2.2% in March. At 12:30 p.m., the non-farm payrolls in the U.S. are expected to decrease, after reaching 228,000 jobs in March. At 12:30 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the unemployment rate of April, following 4.2% in March. Monday's major economic events. At 4 a.m., Indonesia to release the gross domestic product growth rate for the first quarter, following 5% in the fourth quarter of 2024. At 7 a.m., the annual inflation rate in Turkey is expected to decrease, after reaching 38% in March. At 2 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the Services Purchasing Managers Index of April, following 50.8 in March.
And that's it for this week's Market News Roundup presented by FX. Thanks for joining us and see you again next week as we bring you the latest market news and insights. We wish you a great weekend.